since you have a dog, it seems this property may not be the best fit. Would you like me to recommend some other properties that might suit your needs?
Okay.
Real estate professionals invest significant time and resources in pursuing leads that don't meet the necessary criteria. For instance, a potential tenant might apply for a rental property despite not fulfilling requirements like owning a pet for a rental with a no pet policy. The proposed solution involves the integration of a voice AI bot for lead qualification. It will interact with potential clients, asking relevant questions and verifying their responses against established rental criteria, ensuring that only suitable candidates proceed further in the rental application. In this tutorial, you will discover how to create an AI voice assistant capable of initiating a call to a potential customer upon application submission, inquiring if the lead is available and scheduling a callback if they are not, asking qualifying questions to determine rental eligibility, recommending alternative rentals if the lead doesn't qualify, and lastly, scheduling a viewing if the lead meets the criteria. You can find all the prompts and templates used in this tutorial for free on my Discord server. Feel free to join the server and ask any questions you may have. Let me walk you through the tools utilized and the operational flow of the entire system. It begins with the user filling out a form on a rental property website, providing their contact details, and submitting it. These details, along with the property ID linked to the form, are sent to Gohighlevel. Within Gohighlevel, an automated process triggers an HTTP request to a voice AI software called Retell AI. This HTTP request contains all the lead information, and this automated process schedules a call 5 minutes after the form submission. Following the call initiation, 3 scenarios can unfold. First, if the lead is unavailable for the call, the voice AI agent asks for a suitable callback time. Once provided, the agent sets a timer for the call via make and repeats the GHL automation when the callback time arrives. If the lead confirms availability, the voice agent proceeds with eligibility questions for the rental application. If the lead is deemed eligible, the agent schedules a property viewing. This viewing is scheduled via Make and Google Calendar with synchronization to GHL Calendar. If the lead is deemed ineligible for the rental, the agent checks for alternative properties that meet the lead's criteria. The database for the properties is on Flowise, and the search request is sent through Make. If suitable options exist, an automated email is sent to the lead detailing the available properties.
Hello, Noor. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
No, actually I'm really busy right now.
No problem, Noor. When would be a good time for me to call you back? Can you provide a date and time that works for you?
Tomorrow?
Great. What time tomorrow would be convenient for you?
2 p.m.
The callback is scheduled for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Thank you, Noor. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Thank you, bye.
Hello, Noor. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Hi, Chloe. Yeah, I only got like 5 minutes.
No problem, Noor. I'll be quick. I noticed you were interested in property 333 post St. Can you tell me what specific features you are looking for in a rental property?
Garage would be nice.
Great. How many people will be moving in with you, Noor?
My husband and I.
Got it. What's your budget for rent, Noor?
2,500.
Do you have any pets, Noor?
No.
How many bedrooms are you looking for in a rental property, Noor?
2 bedrooms.
Based on the information you provided, Noor, the property at 333 Post St. fits your criteria perfectly. It has 2 bedrooms, a garage, and fits within your budget. Would you be interested in an in-person tour of the property?
Sure.
Great. When would you like to schedule the viewing, Noor? Just let me know the date and time that works best for you.
How about tomorrow, 1 p.m.?
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. works for me. Let me quickly check our availability for that time slot. The available times for tomorrow, May 6th, are between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Would that time work for you, Noor?
Yeah.
The available times for tomorrow, May 6th, are between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Would you like to book the viewing for 10 a.m., Noor?
Yes.
Give me a sec. The viewing has been successfully booked for tomorrow, May 6th at 10 a.m. Thank you for scheduling with us, Noor. If you have any more questions or need assistance, feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Chloe. Bye.
You're welcome, Noor. Have a great day. Goodbye. Hello, Noor. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yeah.
Great. I'm calling because you showed interest in property 3333 Post Saint. Can I ask you a few questions to see if it fits your criteria?
Okay.
What specific features are you looking for in a rental property, Noor?
Nothing special. It should just have 2 bedrooms.
How many people will be living in the property, Noor?
Me and my husband.
What's your budget for rent, Noor?
About 3,000.
Do you have any pets, Noor?
Yes, I have a dog.
The property at 383 Post Saint allows only cats as per the pet policy. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and can accommodate up to 4 persons. Since you have a dog, it seems this property may not be the best fit. Would you like me to recommend some other properties that might suit your needs?
Okay.
Let me check if I can find some properties that match your criteria. I found 3 properties that allow dogs have 3 bedrooms and are within your budget of $3,000. They also accommodate a family size of at least 3. I will email you the details to nurseyahotmail.de.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, Noor. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
To illustrate how this system functions, I will use a basic form in Gohighlevel. Pretending to be an interested person in property 211, I will fill out the form with my email, name, and phone number. Now let's see what happens when the form is submitted. In our workflow, the process begins with a trigger activated upon form submission. We'll set aside the right side of the flow for now and focus on the left branch. Here, an if condition directs the flow to proceed if a form has been submitted. Otherwise, it takes the right path. Following this path, a new contact is created in our CRM with the provided form details, treated as variables due to their unique nature for each contact. Next, a 5-minute delay halts the flow before moving to the next module. After this delay, the flow continues with the webhook module. Here, we initiate a phone call request to Retell AI. To execute this, authorization credentials from your Retell account are required, which I will demonstrate obtaining later. The content type is specified as application, JSON, and the row body should include the from number, which Retell will use to call the potential client, the to number corresponding to the client's phone number, the agent ID identifying your agent with Retell. I will guide you on locating this. Lastly, dynamic variables sent from Gohighlevel to Retell, the property description, the client's name, the property address, and the client's email address. In a real-world scenario, the description and property address would also be treated as variables. However, for this demonstration, I'm focusing on a single property. The data from the webhook you've just seen gets transmitted to Retell AI. For this tutorial, I chose this software because I believe it has an awesome quality, fair prices, and some seriously cool features that I haven't seen elsewhere. You can sign up for a free account and experiment with 10 minutes of free credits. Before we delve into setting up our agent, let me give you a quick tour of Retell AI's dashboard. The first step is dedicated to building your agents. In the second one, you will find options to purchase phone numbers for making calls. Moving on to the next one, here you can access call transcripts and other useful data such as information about tool usage. And here you can find your API keys for authentication purposes, essential for connecting Retell to other applications like we did with GHL. The last one allows you to input a webhook link for real-time information tracking, but this one is not relevant for this video. Okay, let's make our agent. Click on New Agent, then choose Stateful Multiprompt Agent, and finally select Start from Blank. I'll demonstrate how to set it up by showcasing the agent I've already configured. Here is the agent's ID, which you will require when calling the agent from an external application, just like we did from Gohighlevel. You can choose from a variety of voices from different providers. Personally, my top pick is Chloe because her voice sounds pretty realistic. Additionally, you have the flexibility to customize several other things, including data privacy, background sounds, voice speed, and voice temperature. The platform supports multiple languages, and you can decide whether the AI should initiate the conversation or the user. Furthermore, you can select from various LLM models. Now let's discuss my favorite feature in Retell AI, the multi-prompt tree. This feature enables us to tailor different prompts for various situations throughout the phone call. It grants us greater control over the conversation's flow and the tools utilized, thereby enhancing the agent's reliability in following the instructions and accuracy in providing answers. In the general prompt, you can incorporate any information that you think is important for the entire phone call, such as the agent's identity, its overall role, and some conversational guidelines. You can access this and all the other prompts in the resources, so you can use them as templates for your own use case. Within my multi-prompt tree, I've configured one prompt for each of the 3 scenarios demonstrated in the demo. The intro prompt contains all the pertinent information for the initial stage of the phone call. The variables enclosed in double curly brackets, visible here, are data sent through the webhook established in GHL. Consequently, the information within the curly brackets will vary for each user and property. This capability enables us to personalize phone calls by incorporating the user's name and other pertinent details specific to that individual. Please take your time to review this prompt thoroughly to gain a clear understanding of the process. In brief, the AI is directed to initially inquire whether the person is available for the call at the moment. If not, the AI should transition to the callback state. If the person is available, the AI will ask a few questions to cross-check their responses with a property description previously sent through GHL. Following this, the AI is instructed to determine whether the person meets the criteria. If they do, the AI should transition to the scheduled tour state. If not, the AI should transition to the property recommendation state. If the user indicates that they are unavailable for the call at the moment, the agent transitions to the callback state. In this prompt, we instruct the AI to request a suitable callback time for the user. Upon receiving a suggested time from the user, the AI employs the callback function. This function enables the communication of the callback time information to Make.com, allowing Make to schedule the callback accordingly. Let's take a closer look at the function. First off, we have the function's name. While you technically have the freedom to choose any name, it's crucial to select one that aligns with its purpose, ensuring the AI can comprehend when to use it. Additionally, a clear description of the function is essential. It should outline when and how the function ought to be used, supplemented with relevant examples. Next, you will need to paste your webhook URL from Make, where the information will be sent to. I'll guide you on where to locate this later. Lastly, you will need to include all the parameters you wish to send to make.com along with their descriptions. In our case, we want to transmit the callback time requested by the user and the user's email address. Including the email address is important as it enables us to identify the user in Gohighlevel later for the automatic callback. Another feature that I really like in Retell AI is the ability to customize the phrase that the agent uses while executing the function. I have also incorporated a second function, enabling the agent to end the call once the callback has been scheduled. It's important to consistently reference these tools in the prompt to ensure the agent knows when to use them. Let's explore what happens in Make when the information about the callback time is transmitted. The first component is the webhook. This entails the URL that we copy and paste into the callback function in Retell. Next, we have a GPT module. This module translates the callback time suggested by the user into an ISO format, as this is required for the subsequent module. The third module is a cron job equipped with a timer, facilitating the sending of a trigger to GHL once the timer expires. In this module, we also include the user's email address to ensure this information is transmitted to GHL, where the user can be found based on their email address and called back. Once the timer expires, the cron job is triggered and the information is sent to GHL. Within GHL, we utilize an inbound webhook module to receive information from Make. This URL should be copied and pasted into Make accordingly. Additionally, you will notice that the user's email address has also been successfully received in Gohighlevel. You might recall this if condition from before. Previously, the flow would proceed along the left path if a form was submitted. However, it will now follow the right path upon receiving the callback information through the inbound webhook. Subsequently, GHL will search for the individual based on the provided email address. And after that, an HTTP request will be made to Retell AI again, triggering a phone call. This HTTP request is identical to the one we discussed before. To view appointments in GHL, you need to synchronize your GHL calendar with your Google Calendar. Once synced, all appointments will be visible in your GHL calendar. Now, on to the second scenario, where the AI determines the lead is qualified and transitions to the scheduled tour state. Within this state, we instruct the agent to initially verify the availability for the slot suggested by the user and then proceed to schedule the appointment. For this task, we require two functions: check availability, which includes a property called times, and the book viewing function. Since I've previously explained these functions in another tutorial, I won't delve into the details here. However, I'd like to highlight one important change I made to the check availability scenario in Make. In the last GPT module, I directed the AI to format the available times with dashes between the digits and letters. This formatting helps ensure that numbers are read slowly and clearly, as recommended by Retell. The third scenario, where the agent determines the lead is unqualified for the property they applied for, is perhaps the most intriguing because you can replicate this method and apply it to numerous other cases involving database searches and finding matches. In this workflow, it's essential to ensure that all information from the previous module is transferred to the next module. For our scenario, this includes the property location, budget, whether the applicant has pets, the number of bedrooms required, and the family size. In the prompt, we have included all the necessary information for the AI to conduct the search and provided instructions to use the search alternative property function. This time, we have two properties, one containing the search details, question, and another containing the user's email address, which we require to send the property details we find. Additionally, there is also an AND call tool included. The necessary information for the search is then forwarded to Make. From there, we send an HTTP request to our reg agent in Flowise. Since I've already provided a detailed tutorial on this topic, I won't delve into it here. This is how the demo database looks like. It's also included in my resources if you want to use it for testing purposes. After the search is completed in Flowise, the response is sent back to Make. It then goes through a Markdown HTML module to ensure that the listings in the email are properly structured. The response is then sent back to Retell via this webhook. Finally, if matches have been found, an email is sent to the user. Given that this flow is slightly more intricate, I'd like to demonstrate how the information flows based on the outputs. Initially, we receive the question or the search query and the user's email from Retell AI through this webhook. Subsequently, this request is sent to Flowise. The Flowise agent conducts a database search and provides a response. This response is formatted in HTML and sent to Retell. The flow then proceeds in Make, where if matches were found, an email is sent to the user.